MailChimp, you have the option to customize your sign-up form. And I highly recommend that you take some time to tweak your settings here, because this is where the magic happens. This is where people who didn't know you before will now get to know you. This is the front door, and I highly recommend that you work on this. So there's several pieces that you'll want to go through. The sign up form, just the basic sign up form, which you can embed, you can send a link to. You want to tweak the verbiage here. So what are you giving? What kind of community is it? Like, what are people getting out of this? Make sure you have your logo here for familiarity, so that people know, hey, okay, yeah, I see the connection here, because the continuity from your website to your form should be fairly consistent, so that people know exactly who you are. If you got off branding or you're using weird text that's not consistent with your brand, then it all falls apart. So try to make it as familiar as possible, so that people, when they go here, okay, yes, Trev, I know where you're at here. I know what you're trying to do, and I'm interested. So you just want to capture the bare minimum. But here are the other forms that you can kind of work into your email, and you can hide them or show them or whatnot. You've got some options. This is the URL that you can share, so you can, send it out on your social media, or you can have it on your blog even. Like, you can have your menu navigation. You can have a join link in the navigation where you can click on that, and it will go to the sign up form. So that's just one piece. We've got several other areas here that you need to go in and adjust depending on your branding and whatnot. The other piece is the thank you page. Almost there. Check your inbox. You have to let them know that they need to check their inbox for the double opt-in, right? Yeah, double opt-in is what you'll do in order to get confirmation that you're allowed to start sending them emails. And if you have this double opt-in where, they send your email, but then they also have to agree to your inbox email, then you've got a quality lead. They've taken action, like they're interested in you. So you've started that initial conversation. That's quite powerful. So ensure that you've got the proper wording, and it's really intuitive on MailChimp to set this up appropriately. Another piece is the actual email they receive for the opt-in confirmation. Make sure that your from is familiar. Make sure your reply to is familiar to them. Make sure that you have a subject line. The reply to email, it should really be something professional. If it's like a Gmail, then I might be less likely to do that extra confirmation. So you should have a professional email. Otherwise, I don't know if you're taking it seriously or not, but I think you need to take it seriously by having a professional business email. Your subject line, again, you might want to tweak this. Maybe add, community attached to your list name, and that way, it's just an additional piece, so that you've got a little bit more meat to it. And then again, at the bottom, branding. Confirm your email with one click below. Work on the design of the email, so that you're getting right to the point. Like, you want one call to action. You can adjust the design elements under here. You can adjust the page, the body, the forms, even how the MailChimp logo at the bottom looks. You've got your background, header, outer wrapper. So just going in and adjusting this is really important. Translating is also important. So translations is where you can take the default MailChimp wording and adjust so that it's in your language. Because we talk about brand messaging, and brand messaging is really critical. So, you know, that's what you want to work on is the translation of the words. And you'll really notice that in some of the emails, and you're like, oh, that's too legal or too professional, and you want to tweak it. This is where you can kind of tweak it. Let's see, another one. You could do a final welcome email. I would recommend that you don't, because you're already giving them enough in terms of emails, and you're going to be giving them more emails. And I would probably just send them to your landing page on your website. That's what I would recommend. So you can actually do that. Um, instead of them going with the final welcome email, they can just be sent to your landing page. Or if you're willing to, like for instance, maybe you want to give a free gift by email. Well, then you can do it with the welcome email, but just make sure that it makes sense. Thing is, once you've got the opt-in confirmation, then you're good to go. Like you're set. So that's what I would recommend, is kind of playing around with this and just making sure that you're on the right track. Like you'll notice, instead of doing like too much extra stuff like for the thank you, I went right over to, hey, let's welcome you to the community. So I have them sent to a link. So we bypass the thank you page and we bypass the welcome email and we go right to the point. Here's my welcome page, and thank you for joining the group. And here's your free gift. So if you kind of build it out that way, you cut down on the amount of steps, there's more appreciation that way. Unsubscribe form, you've got, just even this is really important. Just make it very user friendly. Like all the little details are critical. Even the success page, goodbye email is another one. That's a good way. Oh, if they unsubscribe, give them some content. Like don't end it just by unsubscribing them. There's an opportunity there. You can have them update their profiles, profile forms. You can forward to a friend. So for instance, in your email, we'll actually talk about email design, but in the design of the email, you can get this customized so that they're getting all these details filled out for them. For instance, like the client, the prospect's name, it will just be populated here, so that when you're sending out your email and you have like a forward to a friend link, this is the form that they can send, which is really fantastic. You have an opportunity to capture people and get people to subscribe for your email, which is fantastic. And here's the email. Mentions your prospect's name, and also says, hey, you can forward it to a friend. Like these little details, because this is how you're going to build your list, is having your email easy to share with others, but then also you can subscribe for more emails. This is fantastic. If you have a referral program or any kind of campaign going on, you can get more people to subscribe for your emails. So this is quite valuable to have this. So that in itself can exponentially increase your small list and just boost it up. About your list, survey landing page, automation landing page. So just quite a few little features here that you should be checking out. But I just want to show you the critical ones that can get you marketing results. And definitely highly recommend you review your sign up forms, the design, and all of that.